Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This week is a High Priestess reading, Pisces. I want to say Spices, so I better say it, eh? Spices. High Priestess. I feel like I'm struggling today with my orthodontic device, so bear with me. Please be patient. I feel like there's more that wants to come out than can sometimes. So the High Priestess, I don't know, I kind of feel like you guys are an awful lot like the High Priestess energy. So maybe you will teach me a thing or two in this reading. We are going to start with the Witch's Oracle. You're going to get a card. I'm going to give you the incantation at the end of the reading though. This is like the energy of the reading. And then I'm going to start with my Starseed deck, Oracle deck. It's all Oracle decks in this reading. When I do the extended, I do tarot cards in the extended. But for a YouTube here, it's all Oracle. We're going to look at what your potency is, your strength, what your kryptonite is, your weakness, what your nemesis is, which is actually what makes you stronger, and what your next assignment is as you move forward onto a new path or a new cycle. And I'm going to use a few different tarot or Oracle decks to do that. So as I said, there is an extended at the end of this. The link is at the top of the description. We will, in the extended with the tarot cards, I'm going to look into what from your past still pulls on you and what from your future is pushing on you. And how does this push and pull affect you? And then we are going to ask and try to find out for you how you can allow all things to flow, the push and the pull. Let's start with the singing bowl because it is High Priestess week. Okay, Spices, Pisces. As I was doing the singing bowl, I heard Pisces messages from the deep, dark unknown. So, let's see where that goes. Messages from the deep, dark unknown. Pisces. Messages from the deep, dark. Oh, wow. Merlin, look at this. I told you. My male witches. Really, look at this. Or witchy. Witch, warlock, wizard, whichever phrase resonates with you. You will get the meaning and the incantation at the end. I plan to do the incantation at the end because I want to empower you at the end of the reading, regardless of what information comes out. I want to empower you at the end. The potency, your kryptonite, your nemesis. You're stronger. Ooh. Wow, that's cool. Boy, they're really sticky, or my hands are very slippery today. Wow, these are pretty cool. All right, I'm going to pull out more cards, but let's get started. So, your potency, your strength, and this could be like just as a cycle, like a period of time right now for you. I'm feeling a little bit like this is the first time I've done the High Priestess readings, that this is a bit of a soul explanation for you, like your journey in this lifetime. So your strength is lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Oh, there's all that intuition, like you just know, you have this deeper knowing. I told you, you're going to be talking to me. I think this is one of those readings where you're flipping it. You're talking to me. You're saying, Cindy, this is how it is. Yeah, I mean, because this is so perfect for you. Soul memories and gifts. Knowing, almost being able to pull on and utilize memories from your past lives. And sometimes that just shows through to you as a feeling or an emotion or just an absolute fact. You just know it. I mean, it doesn't need to be proven to you. Anyone could even disprove it to you on a scientific or mathematical basis, but it still wouldn't convince you because of the simple fact that how long ago a past life was and how it influenced you. Perhaps elements were different back then, right? Like perhaps things have changed and that's how it is or was possible. There's your strength, your soul, your memories. This is your gift because this is a really a strong way of guiding yourself. And you've done this before. I often say that about Pisces being at the end of the zodiac. You've done this before. You've lived many, many lives. Now, your kryptonite, your weakness, to jump in. The Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. I get with this card is because you can have such a deep inner world, inner life, such a deep inner life, that when the outer life is pushing for you to change, and we all know that with change comes discomfort, regardless if it's good change or bad change, comes discomfort. And to you, you almost feel like I have so much comfort within myself and within my deep knowing and my inner world that I've created, that I live within, that I connect with. I don't want to bring disharmony by this change that is outside of that. And I do feel too, oftentimes even pulling into this world as a protective, a means of protection from large changes. The Andromedan energy feels like a really big change, but it's diving into something that you haven't done before. That's what I feel like, diving into something that you haven't done before, even in a past life. And maybe that's why it becomes uncomfortable in some situations, because you do seem to often connect or know or feel or have a good inclination of how something may turn out, or just intuitively. But in situations where you don't, it does. It makes you feel uncomfortable. But through discomfort is growth. But your soul has likely grown so much that any new things left to learn could be pretty major. Like, you know, instead of doing a whole bunch of small stuff that leads into this, now you're moving into bigger cycle and spiritual journeys. Your nemesis, your nemesis is what makes you stronger. Anything that pushes on you, that challenges you, makes you stronger. The Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Oh my gosh, that's like what I was talking about. Seed the light by staying. This is your nemesis. It is so easy for you to be in the light. It is so easy for you to be into this inner world. It is so easy for you to intuitively know and even just connect and communicate with others on like an empathic, psychic, telepathic level. That there are times where things do need to be grounded. They need to be in the three-dimensional. You need to take what you know, what you intuitively know, how you live this inner world, is to become something real and three-dimensional here. Because that's what makes it so bloody magical. Right? Like if there's nowhere else in the universe like Earth where this experience can be met in a three-dimensional form, and you can create form and you can create experience. Let's do that. So this is a challenge for you. It's taking that deep inner world and making it three-dimensional, but that often also will involve some sort of change, some sort of big change. So your next assignment, my high priestesses, is the messenger. Serious energy. Bring harmony and balance. I really sense that this is bringing that balance between that deep inner world and your outer world. Creating it. Whatever you live inside, you can make it here three-dimensionally. And you can share it. These are such a soft, peaceful energy I'm getting from all of these cards. Such a really soft, peaceful energy. I feel a little bit almost like being allowed to go into your inner space here a bit. And I can understand to some degree why it's so well protected and why it's like a temple. I'm hearing sort of like, it's like your inner temple. Regardless of what is going on or what has gone on in your life outside of you, this inner temple protects you. I'm going to pull Wild Unknown Oracle cards to go underneath each one of these. Yeah, Tim, I'm hearing the message. You're not done making soul memories here. Yeah, right, because the inner world is not creating new memories for the future. Wow, that's so interesting. Now, okay, so you got the dragonfly for lost lands. I think that's so neat, because the dragonfly to me is when you're starting to see things that we couldn't see before. You're starting to see the truth. You're starting to it's there's still illusions there. There's still it's not completely transparent, but you start to see through it. And perhaps that's really what your strength is. You see what's there on the surface, but then you start to see something deeper inside. You may not see everything that's there to be observed, but I think you start to pull it in different ways, like it may feel nostalgic. It may make you feel really happy or safe or very guarded and fearful. These are all the different ways that your strength comes through here. And it's air energy. I really like that it's air, because what I find so fascinating is your kryptonite, your weakness, and your nemesis, what makes you stronger, all came through as earth. Earth energy, right? Jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to the change. And I have the horse. There's that stallion, that wild stallion, that wild mare. Is using their intuition. Is using their intuition in combination with the cycles of the moon and the earth to create their world. Okay, this is your weakness. But it doesn't have to be. Like, I'm hearing that this is actually a strength that you're not utilizing as much as you could. This is a strength that you're not utilizing as much as you could. Say yes to the change. You are here to make changes. But it can be so comfortable in the inner world. I really like that. I like that. So, your nemesis, what makes you stronger? The Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. I feel like the magician energy, like taking all of those thoughts and ideas and feelings and emotions and intuition, and taking that energy and bringing it down here to earth and making it real, making it happen, changing earth in a very beautiful way. And what a beautiful way with a deer. And it is very grounded. This is how you nurture the earth. This is how you can nurture the earth. This is how you nurture others. Every time you face an obstacle, every time you face conflict, every time you face harsh words, someone putting you down or not respecting you or just not seeing you for who you are, as difficult as that is, it does make you stronger. And the key here is to maintain the innocence, to not allow that outside energy to affect your inner temple. And I don't think it does. I think you're pretty strong with that. I think perhaps you have a very good habit of pulling into that inner temple when you need to. But the inner temple can become a bit of a security blanket, where it's easier to stay with the blankie than to face some of the energy around you. And I'm not by any means suggesting that you go into more situations that are very conflictive, or because I really don't feel like that would be healthy for you. But I feel that learning to recognize when you've been in the inner world too long, when you've been snuggled in that warm security blanket, to recognize that a little sooner than you do now, to come back out. But yeah, I definitely don't put your Pisces, like don't put yourself, I just feel such a gentle energy here, and it is important that you have that inner world, because it really does help to maintain you for who you are. And I feel like, I've said it many times, I haven't said it lately, but I used to say it a lot, and I feel it right here in this, that when I come in to do your readings, I feel very safe. I feel very safe. That's what you are. You're like this safe place for others to come to. But if you are the only one in that temple, then you cannot provide those that may also need it the rest and the safety that comes with your energy. So your next assignment is the messenger. Bring harmony and balance. And you got the lizard. Now this is fire energy. This is fire. This is allowing a bit of release here. Releasing a bit of the control as you move forward, bringing this harmony and balance between your inner world and your outer world. I'm really feeling with this lizard, allow your passions to guide you. Allow your passions to guide you. But now the lizard is also an indication, and this comes through in the whole reading for you. The lizard is also an indication of when you are empathic, like you absorb other people's energies and feelings and emotions, and that you may be reaching a point, or you may reach a point moving forward, or even just keep this in mind through your whole life journey, that you absorb too many feelings and emotions from others, and that can start to weigh you down. It can start to make you feel tired, headachy, just achy on the body, confused, frustrated. Always remember to give yourself this time. Isn't it funny? It's kind of like you need to go a little bit, or you need to recognize a little bit sooner when it's okay to come out of the inner world. And then also, though, you also need to recognize a little sooner when it's important to go into the inner world. It's a timing thing. It's a timing thing here for you. Yeah, there's another message coming in here about there's some sort of inner world. You're going to be a messenger. You're going to be providing a message of some sort. Your message brings harmony and balance. The words that you speak bring harmony and balance. The sun shines through this person's throat chakra. See that? The sun is glowing through their throat chakra. I'm feeling if you communicate telepathically through the dream state, through feeling empathic energy messages, there's coming a time where you bring harmony, you will bring harmony and balance through the verbalization, through actually speaking this. You bring this harmony and balance even to other lizards, other empathic people. Alright, let's go into, now I'm going into the El-Ki deck, Shihu. I'm going to put one to fall in line with each one of these. Yes, energy is so calm. Your potency, your strength. She who grants wishes. Wish desires hope. Wow. You have like this powerful ability, this powerful gift to build things from the past into the future, into the now. Things that you know from the past, you actually know these, you feel these things. You're meant to, because you're meant to utilize them to create. To make your own dreams come true. To make other people's dreams come true. Like though, when I say other people, those who are also in alignment with your path, with your journey. There are many pieces to a puzzle, and I'm hearing the piece that you represent in a puzzle of, people that you have a soul journey with here, is that you're the one that creates the hope, the desire, the wish. You activate this too. You activate this. This is your strength. You activate this. People may be tied up in things that they think are wishes and hopes. And when I say that they think, it's because they're sort of listening to the outside world. They're observing the outside world. They've been learning from the outside world like their whole life. And so they've created what their wishes, hopes, and dreams would be based on that. Where you have such a deep inner world that you can still maintain what your deeper self, your soul knows to be your wishes and your hopes here. But in a way, you activate this in others. You kind of make them, I want to say in a way, maybe create tower moments of removing the illusion, right, with the dragonfly, removing the illusion. Your kryptonite, your weakness. To jump in, say yes to change, adventure, the horse. She who forgives, remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. It kind of feels a little bit like there may be some apprehension towards big changes because of things that perhaps didn't work out in the past, or actions that you took that did not create a result that you feel was, I want to say, fair. Fair on an emotional level, with remorse and guilt and forgiveness. This is your weakness. Do you forgive yourself? Like, yeah, like not forgiving yourself for things in the past. And this holds you back, maybe feeling like, well, I'm going to make a mistake in this level. Yeah, I feel like part of this inner world, this strong inner world, is in response to, yes, being very, very sensitive, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's probably the world, actually, that could be a little more sensitive, I think. So, you know what, like, don't hide that. Like, we need more of that in the world. We need more sensitivity. We need more empathy. We need more love. We need more kindness. But yeah, you need to forgive yourself for times where you jumped in or you attempted to change something that didn't work out. Because that's part of your journey here, is to forgive yourself. Your nemesis, what makes you stronger, staying grounded, the deer, and she who calms, stillness, purity, and quiet. Well, I think that's a given. That feels like a given. But I do feel too that it is very important for you, not to just take this, this inner world can also be explored, like here, through nature. I'm really getting nature, like with the deer here and the grounded energy, the importance of nature for you, like just stepping out and being in the forest or being in the park or being on a patch of grass, you know, regardless of where you live, if there's some form of living ecosystem, no matter how small or big, that you can step out into. And this helps to purify you. Helps to purify your body, which also makes it easier for you to deal with being in your body, so you don't have to try to go so much into the internal world. Because your body is also meant to be part of the external experience. Your next assignment. Fearless, justified restraint. Resistance, sorry. I'm really having trouble today. Fearless, justified, and resistant. With the harmony and balance. And the lizard. I'm feeling like it's you. There is a point of needing to be fearless as you move forward into creating some sort of harmony and balance. It may be one of those instances where you feel you're moving towards an energy that seems perhaps resistant to you. Aggressive is not, it's the only word I have coming to my head, but it's not aggressive. Defensive. But this is your next. This is messenger, bringing harmony and balance. You're the one that brings harmony and balance here. And two, I mean, your perspective and your inner world kind of gives you the natural ability to calm this too, right? Yeah, to calm. To calm. This is what makes you stronger, creating the calm. So you shouldn't always back away from what makes you feel uncomfortable, because you are needed to create the calm. That's really an interesting reading. All right, before I go, I feel like I'm sinking into the chair today. Before I go and do the extended, I'm going to give you the information about Merlin and read the incantation to you. Merlin. The legendary Merlin the Wizard, the sorcerer and the magician, is one of the most fascinating figures in Welsh literature and Arthurian legend. Merlin was a man of mystery and magic. Contradiction and controversy surrounded his life. He appeared as an old wise man, giving his wisdom to 4 successive British kings. He was known as the Wild Man of the Woods, during which time he learned to talk to the animals. Merlin was reputed to be a mystical druid, a Celtic priest, a man who possessed the knowledge and secrets of the ancients, and he was especially revered as a great prophet, but he also possessed human qualities that led to his eventual downfall. The fact that we are, after all, only human is a message that can be derived from Merlin. Being the best we can be, following our hearts and forgiving our stumbles along the way is the key to peace of mind and tranquility. Before I started reading this, I remembered all of that because I have read this one a few times on the channel, and it brought me to here. It brought me to here with you, which is your kryptonite, your weakness. You recognize yourself as sort of like this divine being, and having many sort of mystical and magical talents. But you're still going to stumble. We all are. That's why you're here, right? That's why you're here. The incantation. I call on Merlin's wisdom now. Being kind to myself I must allow. I am not perfect and will never be, but I accept the missteps, and that is the key. I like that. That's nice. Thank you, Spices. My Pisces friends. I'm going to go do your extended now and see what the push and pull is going on for you and how we can make it flow. If I see you there, great. If I don't, I do look forward to seeing you here next week. We're going to do fairies next week. Until then, do be gentle with yourself. Bye.